I did love the strength card, because, like, look at that fucking lion. He just gnawing on her hand like that. Crazy. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. You may have noticed that we're in a different spot today. This is my sister's room. Nobody tell her. I won't go into exactly why, but I have this giant bag of books here, which hopefully you saw that. I'm not gonna lift any more of that because I will hurt myself. It is chock full of books. These are ones that I pulled off my bookshelf when I was reorganizing a bit to make my room look nicer and my shelves less stacked. I was gonna put them in storage. That ended up not happening. And so now I've been instructed to organize them in my sister's room in her blank shelf space. So I thought it'd be fun to go through these together and just kind of see if we find some gems. So I'll be honest, a lot of these are nonfiction and they're like lit crit. I studied English as a bachelor and I may go back and get a PhD in it. So you're gonna see that a lot. And honestly, most of these that are lit crit I may take back to my own room. But it's like, yeah, we have Mary Wollstonecraft, Manticism and Gender, Feminist Theory. We have Age of Wonder, which, what was this about? Yeah, it's reflection on classical literature. We have our Donna Tartt. We have Goldfinch and Secret History. So I bet my sister has a classic shelf. I'll put these up here. I'm kind of sorting these out as I go through them. We have Sherlock Holmes, another classic. Anne Radcliffe, another classic. Oh, that's right. It's mostly hardcovers. I have a bunch. I'm gonna pull these back in my room, but I have a bunch of just old journals. South Central Review and the Midwest Quarterly. I think this one's from 1963. I just kept it because it was old and cool. So I think I'm gonna take those back to my room, definitely. We have the Book Charmer. I don't think I've ever read this. It is in good condition. New Naturals by Gabriel Bump. Got that at a used book sale. I haven't read it yet. Oh, you know, I should pull this one out. All Night Movie by Alicia Borinsky. I'm gonna put these here. Maybe not. Those seem to be romance books, and these seem to be contemporaries. Okay, let's start digging. Okay. Yep, we have Daphne du Maurier's collection. We have Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. So let's see, mystery, and then more classics. I could put that up there, I bet. And these are YA. So The Beautiful, and then The Book Jumper. This one was really fun. I actually recommend it. It's not super great, but it is fun. Physic Book of Deliverance Dane. I don't remember where I got this from. I remember why I have it. Witchy Winter by DJ Butler. Another one I haven't read, but it's library binding. The Oyster Thief. I'm gonna just have to put these. Anne McCaffrey. I have two Anne McCaffreys. The Critical Tradition. Big old tome. The Sense of Style. This is my favorite fantasy series, by the way. I still think that Silk is one of the funniest characters. Let's rate this out. So this is nonfiction. I do want it to be kind of organized because I am taking her shelf space. I'm gonna just start, I know you can't see what I'm doing, I'm gonna just start putting all the classics down here. That Gone Girl would fit up here. Hold up, these aren't in order. Why aren't these in order? But these are the ones I'm taking back to my room. Yeah. Okay, and I think this other shelf down here is just gonna be fantasy. Because that's mostly what I have. Like, let's be so serious. And of course, there's lawn mowing happening right now. Edding, we have Caffrey, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, A. Okay. You know what's crazy about the fact that I have to, like, sing the alphabet song? I work in a library. I'm gonna stack these upright, but I'm not gonna do much more than that, because if I do, my sister will get mad at me. What if we do all the books upright, and then like that? That's not bad. They're just book sleeves with no books in them. I don't see them. Does she just not have them anymore? She has these adorable, I'm not sure how well you can see them, but look how cute these little elephants are. They're very precious. I wish I had bookends, but at the same time, like, I never have room for them. You know what, I'll get a candle. A candle will be fine. I'm gonna see if this one, hopefully you can see that, is strong enough to hold my books up. Because this is Backyard Honeysuckle by Bath & Body Works. And here's the thing. The first house I lived in, the house I grew up in until I was about 10, there was this huge honeysuckle plant that, like, came over the fence. And so, like, in the spring and summer, my friends and I would just, like, pull the blossoms out to get the nectar. So, like, I saw this in Bath & Body Works, like, a year, maybe 2 years ago, and I took a whiff of it, and it just immediately, like, it was back there. It smells exactly like a honeysuckle plant smells. And I was so nostalgic for it, so I stupidly bought it. Problem is, it is so strong and perfumey that I can only light it for about 10 minutes before I have to blow it out because my entire room smells like honeysuckles. So, I'm never gonna burn through this. I just have to open it and, like, whiff it and huff it sometimes. You know, just for funsies. That is comedic looking. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's gonna be the ploy, but it'll hold them up for now. By the way, now that you can see it, this is how big the bag was. Completely full. And in case you're wondering, I did get rid of several books. Like, as I was pulling them away to be, like, put into storage, I was also weeding them to sell them or donate them. And I did donate a dozen, maybe 2 dozen books. I just have too many. And you know, one day I will maybe read them. Or enough time will pass that I'll know I was kidding myself. I'm gonna take these in my room and we'll see if we can find space for them there. Also, since you couldn't see what I was doing, here's the very bottom shelf with all the fantasy and the stupid candle. And then this side is classics and then nonfiction. So, and then I stacked these for her. And we are back in my room. You may recognize some of the book titles over here. This, like, right there is where I usually film. I have 2 bookshelves, and then I have a tree bookshelf on top of that, which, like, it looks cool, but it's not very efficient. I think I would be able to hold more books if I just had a straight, smaller bookshelf on top of it, but that's neither here nor there. I can't show you 3 of them, but I have 6 of these journals. I think some of them are literary journals and some of them are literary criticism or analysis or whatever. What word am I? Research journals. You know those. I want to try and fit them right here. I don't think that's gonna work though. The problem with this shelf is I have a bunch of shit behind it, so I think here. Oh, that doesn't go back all the way. That's gonna bother me. I fit almost all of them. That's fine, because I can just put the third one back there. And it's still not visible. Perfect. I have this, which came with one of the books. The book shop magic book. I actually don't remember what's in this, and I'm not even sure if it's willing to keep the envelope or if I should just toss all of this into my other bag. I bet there's a business card in here. So, little unpacking. We have a sticker. We have some book stickers. Have a lighthouse. We have a typewriter. I should keep that one. That's cute. I could put that on one of my writing journals. Be rad! We have a business card. I'm not going to show that because it's a local business and I don't want to dox myself. We have tarot card for strength. And then this came with it. It's a little wax seal, which is very cute. Some English breakfast tea, and some poems about friends. That's cute. I do think I'm gonna move all this to my trinket box, but that's all I have. I just wanted to get that done. I thought it might be cool to go through some of my books that some of them I've read, most of them I have not, because such a good chunk of them are nonfiction and I just haven't gone around to it yet, and I knew that I wasn't this year. But like, if you look at my bookshelf, you can see that we have a research reference, we have Gertrude Stein, we have Mad Woman in the Attic, which is about, I always get the centuries wrong, women writers in the 1700s and 1800s. I always want to say 17th century and 18th century. No, it's 18th century and 19th century. Disability, the Imola Handbook, the Iliad, Euripides, book about pirates. And down here we have Disability Studies Reader. This I'm pretty sure is Carmilla. I have a book about the history of blood. Like, I have a very eclectic collection, let's put it that way. But yeah, and then this is my nonfiction shelf. This is just dedicated to nonfiction, and that is all my fiction. And my fiction is a lot more dense, but I cycle out through it much quicker. Because like, you read a nonfiction book and you're like, yeah, maybe I won't read it again in the near future, but it would be good for reference. With fiction, it's like, I read it again. It's very clear if I feel like reading again or not. And if I don't feel like I'm ever going to read it again, especially if I didn't like it, then I'll just get rid of it. Let someone else read it. So like, it's much harder to find room on the nonfiction shelf than it is my fiction shelf. I really need 2 fiction shelves, but my room doesn't have enough space for them. I'm probably going to end up putting a bunch of books in storage either way, but at least that is not an immediate problem. And I guess there are worse problems to have than too many books. That's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you're reading right now. Let me know what are some of the weirdest books on your shelves. Weirdest one you can think of. Hit the comments with it. I'd really appreciate if you like this channel. You can subscribe. I post new videos every Wednesday, and it's just, you know, kind of what I'm doing in the day, but it's mostly content about like crafting and reading and writing. So come hang out. We're happy to have you. But yeah, if you want to see more of me, I have a Fable and I have a TikTok that I post in the description. I occasionally post there. Fable, at least you'll be able to see what I'm reading. You can tag along, follow me, I'll follow you back. I'll see you guys next week. I believe next week is going to be our reading recap, where I'm going to talk about everything I read in March. I'm going to be honest, it's not very much. It's not very much. I think I've only read 3 books so far. Oh well. I'll see you guys later.